New batch of Love is Blind Denver episodes have come out. And as somebody who actually lives in Denver, has lived in Denver 10 years and done most of my dating in Denver in my life, I'm here to comment and critique. And honestly, I think I'm going to break these up because there's just too much to say. There's too much to say. But the first thing I am going to say is because a client of mine, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a functional nutritionist. So I help women with hormone issues, gut issues, improve their health. We look at diet, we look at habits, we look at supplements, we look at testing. We do a lot of things here, okay? We look at your nervous system. But anyways, my client asked me to comment on this. Jordan made a smoothie with chicken, egg, I want to say one other ingredient, and Crystal Light. You guys, come on. Honestly, this is the epitome of a guy trying to be like, I eat protein, bro. Is this healthy? Is kind of the first question. Let's tease it apart. So here's the deal. Thumbs up. Love that Jordan's getting some protein in from an animal source because animal protein is more bioavailable. You're going to absorb much more of it than you will a plant-based protein. I do a whole spiel about this inside of my course, The Balanced Hormone Blueprint, and I'm constantly teaching about this because if you eat protein from a plant source, you are likely only going to actually absorb about 40% of that protein. Whereas if you eat protein from an animal source, you are likely to absorb 90% plus of that. So yay, Jordan, for getting animal-based proteins in your diet. We love that. Okay. One other thing I love here is that if you are somebody who is rushed and on the go, you are likely not sitting down and properly chewing your food, which is a part of triggering to your digestive system to release digestive juices and completely digest that food and absorb the nutrients from it. So one way to hack that, if you're on the go predictably at a certain time of day, is to make it into a smoothie. And Jordan, I believe, is a busy person. You know, he's got a kid, he's got a job, he's got Sparkle Megan, like he's a busy person, right? So, okay, he's making this easier to digest. Fantastic. I'm often asked about eating raw eggs. And come closer when I tell you this because you're going to be shocked. Most food poisoning occurs due to consuming raw fruits and veggies and not animal foods, actually. That is a pretty shocking fact, I know. So am I worried he's going to get salmonella from the egg? Not really, but am I somebody who enjoys raw eggs? No. Do I like a partially raw egg, like a fried egg? Yes. And I'm not going to stop eating those. So I really can't throw stones at Jordan for that. What I can critique Jordan for, though, is the Crystal Light. I mean, what year is it? Is it 1999? Like, Crystal Light. So sweetened with artificial sweeteners, artificial lemon flavor. I just don't understand how that improves the experience of what he's eating. Like, he's going for a lemon chicken vibe? Honestly, I would so much rather chew this and have the meal in separate components, except I would never be caught dead having Crystal Light. It was a staple in my house growing up too. Like my mom was big on dieting and big on Crystal Light. So like I had me some Crystal Light. I'm good for my life. That makes no sense to me. And some other ways I think Jordan could improve this. I think we need some produce. Not I think, I know we need produce. So anytime we're eating protein, that's great. And we need that protein. But also, unless it's like right after a workout where, you know, a simple carb plus a high amount of protein is great, we do want some produce in there. We want some color in there. I would love to see him blend some fruit or veg in there. Maybe some cauliflower. So good in a smoothie. If you do the riced cauliflower, it's already cooked, it's frozen, it makes it nice and creamy. I don't know, Jordan, would creaminess improve the experience of this drink? Because I'm never trying this smoothie. But if I were guiding you, I would have you include something that has fiber and produce in it. So I love something like some riced cauliflower. I also love some berries for some phytonutrients. I think that could be really supportive as well. I'm worried about Jordan, y'all. He's fully tattooed, and tattoos are a fantastic way to expose yourself to a lot of heavy metals, which are going to be sequestered into the lymphatic system and into our fatty tissue. And it has the ability to really bite you in your ass. So if I were Jordan, I'd really want to make sure that my gut is working really well because it is a big part of detoxification. So that's where I go with the fiber. So some fruit, some veg in there. Maybe Jordan, you add something like a kiwi with the skin on. That's a great source of extra fiber. Or, I mean, if we're being weird, why not some artichoke hearts? What an excellent source of fiber. So that's going to really do a nice job of binding toxins to your stool and moving them out.